Alright guys, so I'm all cleaned up now. Just finished up a 40-mile week spanning from Tuesday through Sunday that has a little bit of sprinkling of easy runs, which I think I was able to average about a 9-10 per mile pace. And then I had 2 quality runs in the middle of that, including interval workouts in which I was doing 400-mile or 800-mile sprints. That would put me at a 720 mile pace. Again, not over the course of a mile or anything like that, but just hitting those paces for those intervals. And then another one which involved a threshold run, which after, of course, the warm-up and the cool-down, you would have 1 mile intervals where I'd be going 7:45 pace, and then once I hit the mile, essentially take about 60 to 90 second breaks in between, and then just hit it again. So again, just trying to work on that capacity, and it's just really trying to build yourself up, trying to get through the dogs of the summer, and getting yourself ready for the next race. And speaking of the next race, last week Berlin and New York City has fallen down. They have officially canceled 2020, which to many probably doesn't come as much of a surprise. It doesn't take away a little bit of the sting and disappointment, but at least it gives you some resolve in travel plans and putting everything together and holding it for another time. NYR and SEC events for Berlin, they were very gracious in providing an option for all the participants, and myself included, since I was planning to do both races this coming fall. The NYRR, they provided a option of a refund for this year or the free deferral for any of the next 3 years, which is a great thing. But because the 50th anniversary is still out there, as long as everything's safe in the world or getting safer as we approach next year, I think I'm going to defer to that. So that's where I want to lean for New York City. And for Berlin, they essentially just give you a take the refund or defer for next year, which their language is a little bit on the shaky side as far as what happens if nothing if it doesn't come up. But I think it's pretty much it feels like as though we won't know until we get there type of situation. And so that being said, I have no races for this coming fall. I did have a few days where I was a little bit antsy, hoping to catch something, but I think for now, I think I'm just going to go ahead and train through the end of 2020 and just catch up on racing for next year. So that'll put me at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina in March of 2021, Berlin, Germany in September, and New York City for the fall of 2021. So as of right now, just kind of working on the training, taking it one day, one run at a time, which is the best thing we can all do right now, is to focus on what we can control. So that's what I'm going to plan to do at this present moment. With that being said, I think what I want to do is look back in order to look forward. So in the next video, I am going to go into the logs and archives of my Strava and even my Map My Run logs of how I ran, what were my paces, how was my fitness level, pretty much just gauge everything from when I started back in December of 2016 and then bring it to today. So that way I have a really good idea of the progression I'm making, and that way I can provide some form of prediction line of how I'm able to go about training for next year. So I'm hoping that this will come as a great benefit to you, to knowing how you'll be moving forward by knowing where you have been. So with that being said, take care everyone, continue putting the hard work in the training, and I'll see you whenever the next race happens. Take care.